Graffiti vandals can be hard to catch.
It's a huge problem.
All-out war on graffiti.
2 out of every 3 cans were stolen out of your typical neighborhood store.
And what happens to the kids convicted of graffiti offenses?
Crime scene colon, these cold streets you patrol on. Try to get a hold on, kids strapped with growl on.
Vandals born on my kid. Getting chased, baited, but mostly getting shit painted.
Someone wants them, either step up, run up, or shut up.
LA is the gallery, the streets of New York is the gallery, the streets of Chicago is the gallery. You can go to some places in LA where there's railroad tracks and crazy ass walls, you're gonna see that art for free. You might pay for being in the wrong place.
Hi, I'm Natalia. I'm the front woman of Two Step Chicks. I'm 17 years old. I'm from Orange County. I go to OSHA, Orange County School of the Arts in Santa Ana. A little bit about myself. Well, I'm Hispanic, Mexican American, and I play guitar and I sing in the band.
Where did you grow up and what was it like there?
Well, I grew up actually I was born in Washington, D.C., so I grew up there for 7 years, and there was not really much to, like, in my opinion, at least from like a 7-year-old view, there was not really much that I could just see as a little kid. And I moved to California in like 2016, and that's when I started to discover a lot of like different types of music down in Orange County, and then I live right now in like Santa Ana, and that's where I like know.
Did music play a role in your family growing up?
Yeah, it did. Music has been a part of my family starting from my dad's side, from my grandpa. My grandpa, he played in a band in Mexico, and he would tour around a lot, like in Southern California too, and he's taught my dad how to play music, how to play guitar, and then my dad taught me, and ever since then I just felt like that's just what I want to do, like my destiny to just play music, because it runs in the family.
What kind of music were you listening to as a kid?
As a kid, I listened to a lot of old, like classic rock, like Led Zeppelin, The Doors, a little bit of Linda Ronstadt, and my music was always evolving. It's not like I could just stick to one genre. I would also listen to a lot of like Spanish music, definitely some jazz and like rock en español, like from Maná, Los Enanitos Verdes, and Aterciopelados, and then I also, like, the older I got, I started getting into like punk rock and then ska all together.
Was there a moment you realized, like, damn, like I want to get into the music scene and I want to get into a band?
Yeah. There was. It was the most random moment ever. It was when I remember I went to the show with a friend one time, and she invited me to go, and I was just seeing this like random like indie alternative band playing. I forgot what they were called. Oh, I think they were called the Anti-Groupies. They're really good, and when I saw like their energy and how much they just were interacting with each other and how the instruments sounded so good, I just realized like, wait, this is what I want to do, because it's getting the crowd going. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I want to do that with like a crowd. I want to be in a band, and I want to get people together and just to vibe to the music, but with ska.
How did you get first into getting to ska?
I think it's when I started to first listen to No Doubt, like on Spotify, and I started to see like on social media how ska was still very much underground, and I saw just how different the music was from other genres, like having horns, like how upbeat and groovy it is, and it's like very danceable. And I don't know if this relates to the question, but honestly, just like when I started listening to No Doubt, that's when like, especially early No Doubt, when their first 2 albums, I started like to get into more of that music.
Did you play any instruments or sing before joining a band?
I did. I first actually only knew how to sing, and I started to get serious about playing an instrument around 11. And I always thought it was so cool, like people playing guitar or bass. And I always thought it was so cool seeing a girl play guitar. And I just really like the sound of a guitar, just like what you can do with playing an instrument and singing. So I just wanted to learn how to play just so I could also be a well-rounded musician for other bands.
How has your taste in music changed over the years?
It's changed a lot, honestly. There's just so much music out there that inspires me, and I feel like I just can't stick to like one genre the whole time. Like I feel like there's like a specific genre where I can stay there and it's rooted to like that specific genre that I want to play, but I just also feel like I always need to have more. Like I always need to add something different, like a new wave of something else, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Did you have any music projects before the Two Step Chicks?
I did. I was in this, I was kind of like a solo project for a while, and then I was also like gigging around, like down in Lake Forest and a little bit in Long Beach. I would just play like classic rock covers with these other members that I played with, but they all went to college, and I was the youngest one. I was basically a freshman, and these kids were like juniors or seniors. So
oh, wow.
That's who I played with. Yeah.
How did you figure out your own musical style?
I think I figured it out when I honestly started to write my own songs, because we also play like a little bit of originals too in Two Step Chicks, but I feel like the minute I started to like get inspired to write my own songs, I started to like put the pieces together of the type of music that I like, that made the songs that I'm making.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Was there anyone who encouraged you or pushed you along the way?
Yeah, my dad.
Oh.
My dad, because he's a musician too, and even though he never like tried to pursue it the way I'm doing it, he had a good knowledge of it, and he always pushed me a lot. But I also had like teachers at my school that would push me, but mainly him. Yeah.
How did the Two Step Chicks come about?
So at our school, we go to Orange County School of the Arts, and they're always hosting like these shows like Battle of the Bands, or if you're like in this conservatory, like if you're in a music conservatory, they always like have these shows happening. So my school was having this Battle of the Bands for our conservatory, and I was thinking, wow, I really want to participate in this, but I want to do something different, like something that could get the crowd like, what is this? Because a lot of the bands I played there were a lot of just the same like grunge, alternative rock. And I knew all like these musicians in my conservatory, and they were kind of my friends, but we weren't as close yet. And then I just decided to just recruit them. Like I started just going up to them and be like, hey, let's do Battle of the Bands. I have some really cool ideas. Let's do it. And then we all got together, we did Battle of the Bands. And then after Battle of the Bands, we decided I think we want to make this a real thing, because ska's cool, and we also won second place too at Battle of the Bands for that. So I was really, really happy about that. So that's basically how we all started. We started it in the fall, so we're still very fresh for sure. But yeah.
How did you come up with the band's name?
It's a funny story. For Battle of the Bands, we had to submit an application of like our band name, and I didn't know what to come up with. So I was thinking just like, oh, okay, since we're playing ska, and like in ska you two-step a lot, then I guess we should be called something two-step. But Chicks came from the fact that I'm a girl, and then my bassist, she's also a girl. So we're the only two girls in the band. So that's how I came up with it. It's really silly, but that's how we came up with it. We're still thinking of a new band name, but that's what we have so far.
Do you remember your first performance, and what was that experience like?
My first performance was when I was living in Washington, D.C., and we had a talent show. And I remember I performed, I think it's called Un Poco Loco from Coco. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the Un Poco Loco. It's like funny. And I was wearing a flamenco dress, but that's the first time I performed like ever. And like I sang like a semi-Spanish song, and I was terrified. I was so scared. But I think I remember that I felt really happy after that.
Was it scary to get in front of people for the first time? Were you nervous?
Yeah, I'm always nervous for every show, no matter like how small or how big, or like even if it's in front of like my grandparents, I'm always nervous. I don't know why, but yeah, I was so terrified.
How do you usually prepare before a show?
Like, as in like mentally, or as in like
yeah, like mentally. How do you prepare yourself mentally before you get up on stage?
Well, I always just like, I try not to think about negative thoughts, because I sometimes start to like doubt myself, thinking like, oh no, I'm gonna mess up, or oh no, I'm gonna forget the lyrics. But I just tend to like always tell myself that people are here to see you, and if there's not a lot of people here, it's okay, because all you need to do is just have fun with your band. Your band is your safe space, and you're there to share music to those who want to be there to listen to your music.
Yes.
And so overall, just to like, and I always remind myself that I love this. I love doing this. I love playing with my band. I love the music that I'm playing, and that's how I try to like prepare myself for it.
What's the best reaction you have seen so far in the crowd?
I always love it when they like, when I'm like singing a song, or when there's something really cool happening between my band members. I always love seeing the audience like their eyes are always so big, or they always like have their hands like like that all the time. And that's just always the best. Like if I make my audience smile, or like or their heads are moving, or their hands are in the air, that's like the best reaction ever. It's always so fun.
What's your progress like when writing songs with the band?
So I'm the primary songwriter of the band, and what I do is whenever I come up with an idea, I kind of just try to rough draft the idea as much as possible, and then like I send them a voice memo like, hey guys, I came up with this idea. I'd like for you guys to also add some of your ideas to it, but this is kind of the foundation of the song I like, or what I wrote. And then when we meet in person, then we all just start like putting in our own creativity in the songs. And that's typically how the process goes, because they all kind of like, they look at me for like what I want to do. And sometimes it's a little funny, because it's like, well, I can't do everything. But like that's typically how it goes. But it's a good collaborative environment that we have. Yeah.
Are there any songs that feel especially personal to you?
Yeah, there's two. There's one right now that's released. It's released under my name because I released the song before like Two Step Chicks became established, but we perform the song. But there's a song called Rundown Freedom that's out under my name, Natalia Inez. And it's political. It's just about, it's honestly about like what's going on with like our world, and just like as a young girl, like seeing this, and I feel like I can't really do anything about it other than just talk about it and to feel bad for what's going on. Especially like I'm strongly like what I believe in for the rights of like the Hispanic community, because it's my people. And another song that I have that is also very personal. It's called "I've Wasted." It's like under our band, but it's not out yet. But we performed it. If you ever want to see it, it's in our like reels, where we played at the Grammy Museum, which was a great opportunity. And the song is just about like typical breakup, but it's still good.
Where do you see the Two-Step Chicks going in the next few years?
I would hope that we make it big enough to be recognized for who we are as a band with the type of music that we play, because I feel like not only are we just like repeating the same genre, but we're also trying to do something new, like attract also a new crowd, and just to be more exposed to a broader audience, because we want to be able to connect with, you know, the American side of like, you know, with Scott, and then just like punk rock. But we also want to be able to we want to bring in two cultures, like our Hispanic community and our American community together, and we're just trying to put that all in one in a way. Yeah.
What advice would you give to other girls your age who want to get into music?
I'd say do not listen to anyone that makes you doubt yourself on your ability to play music or to sing or to front a band. If you want to make a band and if you feel like you're by yourself, don't care about what others think of you. Like, if you love the music that you're listening to, if you want to pursue that, go for it. Be a go-getter, be an entrepreneur, because it makes you stronger and it makes you more respected, and fight for what you want to build. Fight for your dream. Yeah.
Is there any shout outs that you would like to give out?
Yeah, first I want to say, shout out to Eyesore Radio for like having me here. Definitely like go support them, like support like local DIY interviews, so cool. And I want to give a shout out to like my family. They're always supporting me. A shout out to my dad for sure, and shout out to my band for being here. And that's all so far I can think of at the top of my head. But anyway, just shout out to anyone that's been supporting us.
Where can the people find you guys?
They can find us on Instagram and TikTok. We're Two Step Chicks, but with the number 2 and then just Step Chicks. That's where we are right now. We're still building up our socials, but those are the main places where you can search us up and give us a follow and listen to our stuff. Thank you.